Welcome everybody to the meetup at the crypto bottom. No financial advice, hopefully it is the crypto bottom, but we are sitting in a pool of tears right now. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow,
Nobody
wow,
has no
Wah,
lots of
wah, wah, wah.
The Wambulance has arrived, filled up the pool
Wambulance.
with deep. I was searching like for 10 minutes. I was searching for my goggles and my water slippers.
And this came up.
water slippers.
But I couldn't find them, so it's
Your
a little
fins,
bit.
you mean?
I'm a little
The
bit sad
Crocs?
about that. Yeah.
The garbage.
Otherwise, I would be
Water
like swimming
slippers.
around now and doing the bloop 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 bloop. Yeah. But yeah, this is where we're at. Lots of crying, lots of sad stories.
Yes.
What can you do about it? Be happy. Wait. It's not the bull market right now. Everybody's down. Everybody's crying. It sucks for everybody. And this is what it's like. Remember back in the Hex times, people sacrificed on day one and thinking, whoa, this is the best thing ever. And then it dumped freaking 98%.
Woo!
98%. But the thing is, you never know when the bottom is. So you're just like these guys. You're placing your bets. You're sitting. You're stretching your balls as hard as you can to not sell, and that's the best thing you can do.
Did you say stretching your balls?
Stretching my balls?
Yeah,
Really
yanking them.
weird.
That's you don't remember that?
Even that I don't understand.
No.
You're yanking your
Wait,
balls
wait,
as
wait,
far
wait,
as you
I'm gonna-
can. I don't understand.
Yeah, wait.
Richard
It's
said
a Richard
something
Hardcore.
like that.
Yeah, it's a Richard Hardcore. Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, the translation is not so good on this program.
They're made of bronze. Like, what is there to stretch? There's no
Can I
stretching.
find that real quick?
From now on,
I might not
beginning
have
of
it, though.
every program, we will stretch our balls.
Wow, we got 30
I think
people.
I'm
That's,
misquoting
bear
him
market
because I
numbers.
don't know the exact words, but it was something along the lines: take your balls, stretch them as hard as you can, and hit them as hard as you can until the thought of selling leaves your mind, or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, then.
Richard said it.
Remember?
Yeah.
Damn it! I can't find the quote.
Remember.
I thought I had it here. Oh no! Oh, I got it. Here we go. I thought I might have saved it here. This is what everybody has to do. Go into the bathroom and yank your balls down as hard as you can, over and over again, until the thought leaves your mind. And that was in reference to selling the bottom. Don't sell the bottom. You gotta
We're
be
skipping
very sad
these
about it.
kinds of tweets.
Yeah,
What-
now we're going into the minutia of Richard's
Good old
tweets.
days, yeah.
Oh boy.
No nom inside. Oink, oink.
What-
Good morning, chat. Good morning, everybody. Ooh, yeah. Place your bets. All or nothing. DJ says.
Exactly.
Win the Sandy B twins are in
Why-
here.
Why are we
Let's
bringing
go.
up DJ Cryptomatics tweets? What's going on here? It's
No,
just
because
Not
Text
enough people.
messages.
Not enough
I
people
was yanking my balls in the chat. Waiting for you guys. So what's
I
this
love the
A and
fact-
A plus
Hey, no,
A and A plus
Like,
tweet?
curious.
What is this? Can we
What? Say
discuss
again?
that, Dasbaum?
Which one?
Which one?
The A and A plus tweet. What does he mean?
Oh, when he was referring to
This
the
thought
Oh.
experiment.
X Bank response to them bullshit. Yeah.
That has to do
Yeah,
with
there was
X-Bank?
a lot of
Okay.
back and
Yes,
forth.
yes.
So
Oh,
the hex. Let's. I don't know. Do we want to pull up the whole story first, maybe before we go into the tweet?
Can't we just paraphrase it and get on with it? These guys are all right. So DJ Cryptomatic, you understand that the God Whale made a sacrifice of some hex to X Bank, correct?
Bank X is called, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, Bank X. Let's
But
call it
he's
X Bank
done-
because they're
he's
bad.
done stuff like
they're
this
backwards.
before.
Hi,
so
Sandy.
Bank
no
X,
surprise
sorry.
there so far.
Right.
He's done
so
stuff like this before.
exactly. But Bank X goes around and says, "Oh, we're gonna have to dump this like right away." And then they found out that there was mass slippage, and then they tweeted out to Richard, "Yo, Richard, Hart, let's talk. We got a whole bunch of your stuff. We don't want to ruin the price. He
doesn't read messages, so
he doesn't read messages.
Yeah, I don't.
But he does respond via tweet, and that's what Das Baum is going to bring up next.
No, he didn't respond.
No, he said thought experiments, basically.
Yeah, thought experiment. So whenever he is addressing something, he's not addressing it in a way where, I'm talking about that. So he is putting up stuff that it's like possibility, maybes, potentials. This is how it could be done, but it's not how it's gonna be done, definitely.
Yep.
Because there are no expectations here.
But your friend Somi dissected this, and it was a very interesting concept that Richard laid out.
Somi's interpretation. Nobody knows what the author meant by that.
It's one interpretation as well. It's just that there are many. Yeah.
But he says here's an option, and who knows what it would do. That's all that he's saying.
Yeah. So the basic thing about the tweet is that if the liquidity in one pair is so low that you can just crank it up, you could arbitrage that difference. This is what the main gist that I got, at least, out of it. And theoretically, because there is
I thought he was talking about EHEX and PHEX. It's nothing to do with bank. I thought he was talking about EHEX and PHEX as A and A plus. It has nothing to do with Bank X.
It does have to do with it, because if you're a big holder and you wanted to let go of something on one chain, he's suggesting as a thought experiment that you could not wreck the price by doing X, Y, and Z and get more bang for your buck as well. If you were to fall more Bank X for your buck.
Right.
So so take a look at that thought experiment.
Interesting.
You know what Bank X should do? They should just return it.
Yeah, I don't see what the big fuss is about it. Anyway, listen, when the God Whale had it, he was able to sell it and sell the price down. When BankX has it, they are now able to sell the price down. Yeah. If somebody else gets it, what they're now trying to do is like distribute it amongst people, or trying to set up some kind of option for BankX to get out. Even if that happens, that means that whoever buys the coins also has the ability to dump them. It doesn't change anything.
They have the
for anybody.
The ability to yank my balls down.
And why do we care about EHEX? Everyone, it's crying about EHEX. What the? Why the hell?
The only way this was ever be resolved in a positive way for the whole ecosystem is if the coins are never sold and sent back to the OA, or if the coins are sent to 0x. This is the only positive outcome. In any other shape, form, or way, they will always be sold on market, and they will always be negative for the price.
They can stake
don't know what
them.
the big fuss is about. Yeah, but that's just increasing the damage. Because when you stake, you get more coins, and so you can sell for more for later, and you extract more out of the liquidity pool at a later date. If Hex tomorrow goes to $1, they are gonna get a much more value out of it. Well, depending on the liquidity. Like if there is $1 of liquidity, they won't get shit out. But I hope you understand the.
To be honest, I don't see the problem for them to dump it to hell.
Yeah, that actually would be the ideal
one,
solution.
It happened
right now
gazillion times in Hex that somebody dumped the price to hell and beyond. Okay. On number 2, it's EHEX. Nobody fucking cares about EHEX. Not even Richard.
Shut up.
Yeah, he cares.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to pretend that we care about it. Nobody does.
I do. Shut up.
I love EHEX.
I love EHEX.
No,
I love Elmeyer. He loves EHEX.
People
He
just
loves EHEX.
expected to double their money somehow. Like to double the dollar value on one chain or the other chain. But no.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Happening.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
You need new people. You need the network to grow for higher price. And we don't have that. Just because we changed the system doesn't mean that there is new economic activity, doesn't mean that there is new people in crypto, it doesn't mean that the crypto market overall has grown. Nothing of that.
And I have a third argument. Why nobody cares about EHEX? There is no EHEX farm.
For
Peter,
now.
sell me your EHEX right now for $1.
Well,
Because you don't care about it.
For a penny on the dollar.
Well,
Penny on the dollar.
when my stakes come out.
Peter.
Yes.
This is just for you.
So you'll have hex stakes on 2 chains, and you'll have hex on 2 chains. And I wouldn't like to see cheap hex anywhere. I prefer hex be expensive as hell everywhere that you can see it. Yes. And I prefer to see hex expensive on all chains. I don't prefer to see cheap hex anywhere. And I wouldn't want to see cheap hex on
when reality changes.
Personally, I prefer to see hex more expensive everywhere. Personally, I prefer to see hex expensive
This is
everywhere.
bullshit. Come on.
This goes on a little bit.
That I like to see.
No.
Okay, but
because
it's gonna take time. It's been what?
He's not making the price. The market is making the price, and the market decided. Okay, we have a.
Yes, you got it. Hex is cheap on all chains.
Well, actually, yes, that's a good point.
Oh, yeah, and we only will go up once the last weekend sold.
But there always will be weekends.
Like you, Peter.
I'm hearing about weekends since the first day of AA.
Yes.
Like, oh, everybody is no. There will be always sell pressure and there will be always buy pressure, and just God damn it. So
just what?
Just not enough English.
Capitulate, goddammit.
Capitulate on English, yes. That's what I'm saying. No, I mean, come on. Like, the reality is that, okay, there is much bigger sell pressure on Hex, on EHEX, and much lower liquidity. And that's it.
Yeah, Sandy says say it in Slovak then.
What? Where? No.
Yes, she says say it in Slovak then.
No.
Remember when we had oily octopi?
Yes.
This is us right now.
But what I don't get is
walking the bottom of the sea.
What I don't get is why people are upset about things that actually don't matter, because the price volatility will be here always. But it seems that the bug and burn function, it's not going anywhere.
The bug and burn.
Yes. Like
disrespectful, Peter.
Like why is Spolzek still on 2 versions? It's fucked up to me.
To you.
Yes.
But so is toilet paper. It's fucked up to you.
The more uncertainty and doubt that Richard Hart creates right now, the faster the weekends will get out.
Correct.
The more people cry, the more people bitch. It took 4 months for Hex to get out of the bottom slope. I'm thinking it's gonna take as well 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 months for Pulse and PulseX to get out of the slump. And once all the people that are non-believers, they are out, they sold, they deserted the ship, then the only people left in the system, they are gonna find the gold doubloons at the bottom of the sea.
Doubloons? Doubloons?
Doubloons. What are they called?
Too many Mickey Mouse comics.
At the bottom of the sea, there is not only death, there is also the gold buried. This is how I see it.
Well, I don't know what all the fuss is about, because many people have been saying that the prices will eventually go down when the launch happens, because everyone was waiting to sell on the 10x, and that was not realistic. And I told you guys that people will try to extract value from the chain. If we go up at the beginning, it will go down again because people will sell. The big wallets have multiples on multiples, so it will happen, and it happened like we were expecting. So yes. Everyone is going as expected. Everyone is everything is working as expected. So if you didn't take advantage of it, it's because you didn't want to, because it was expected, basically.
Yes, and Ray commercial, he's still like, what was his entry price? Like 4 zeros and 4. So he's still like
Still up.
110% in
I mean,
profit. So
even though the price of PLS went above quote unquote sack price, it's not everyone's sack price. It's not even my sack price, and I'm not a whale or even close to it. So it was more than expected. If you had like a 2.5 times over sacrifice, and you had also a bonus on top of it, you could sell at a 5x day 1 or day 2 or day 3 or whatever. So
what was the maximum that somebody could sell? It's actually more, because we talked about this a little bit.
It was 2.5 maximum bonus, and the PLS maximum price I saw was 2.5x base sack rate, I believe.
Yeah, so it's 2.5 times 2.5.
Yeah, that's it, and that's not 5.
Was it that high though? Really, 2.5? I thought it was like 1.7 or something.
What,
okay, let's say 2.5.
No, that's for Pulse X. Pulse reached 2.5.
Okay.
But my take on that
is in denial of his EHEC back.
So basically, the biggest wallet could have done like a 6.25x, basically. Like
but my take on that is
something like that.
The whales are doing this. It doesn't need to be like this. Like we are aware that we have people that are over leveraged, people that didn't have much money in the first place, over leveraged into the sacrifices, expecting that this would take 2 or 3 months, which ended up taking 2 years. So now people, we were talking about like suicide stuff on Twitter the last 2 days. So people need to be able to take out $500 to pay electricity bills or whatever. When the price is down this much right now, taking out $500 could nuke like half of your sacrifice back for some people, for some smaller players. And I think it doesn't need to be like this. The prices could remain at just sack level. Hex should remain at 3 to 5 cents somewhere, and we all wait for the next bull run whenever that is. But it doesn't need to drop this low just to shake these kinds of people out who we should provide a safe haven with.
It's not about shaking. So everyone that received Pulse X was the sacrifice set. So those are the only people that could have sold Pulse X. So the reason Pulse X is as low as it is because people that received Pulse X decided to sell it.
Yes.
It's like people can buy now at lower than the sack rate because someone decided to sell it at a lower price than their sack rate. It's as simple as that. Or big whales decided to sell it at a multiple of their price.
But that's the point. Like small people don't move the price like that. It's people who didn't need to sell were selling.
It depends on the liquidity. It depends on the liquidity. If the liquidity is low, a 5,000 sell can push down the price.
Maybe Reckham had to sell because of his Russian and Susul friends.
He didn't sell
According
everything,
to
by the way.
Silver, the
people
antidote,
are crying that he sold everything.
According to Silver, the antidote, he's starting to sell. So I urge everybody to watch that video that he put out yesterday. Granted, I'm not the biggest fan of the guy. Sometimes I cannot take the arrogance there, but credit where it's due. Is a very good video. I urge everybody to watch that and get his take on the current situation. It's a biased opinion, but it's a very good video. I urge everybody to really go and watch that if you haven't seen it already.
TLDW, what's the point?
So
people
this is nothing new. This is people.
Meanwhile, they got wrecked in crypto, and now they need more money. Like seriously, all the people that got wrecked and over leveraged and don't have enough money to cover their electricity cost, they need to go back and reevaluate their investments. Nobody should have put in any money that they didn't want to lose. We've been preaching this since forever.
Yeah, but there is
no way to protect those people. Like how are you going to protect
Just leave it at a certain price. It's easy.
But that's not how it works. No one in the community just said, okay, just forget your house payment, just put it all onto the sack. We had people on the going to the Telegram chat saying, what can I do? Where can I buy? Where can I buy? And they weren't even aware what they were buying into. They just wanted to throw money at it. And there were people sacrificing way after the sacrifice phase was closed.
I know. They're probably still sacrificing.
What can you do? You cannot grab them. You cannot grab them and say, don't spend your stupid money like this.
We should try something at least to try and be different from a.
And this is all on no expectations as well. That's the best thing. Imagine if there was expectations, it would be even worse. Yeah.
Yeah. People are.
If you say them, you can buy whatever you want. You can put in as much as you want, and you're always going to be safe, and you're always going to be able to get your money out. That's just going to wreck even more people, because this is expectations. This is what we don't want to have.
Yeah, and the people that sacrificed and they got their multiples and that were able to sell at 2.5x, good for them. It's their right. It's their coins. They put their money up front like everyone else. They got a bigger bonus because they sacrificed more, because they have more buying power. Yes, it's somehow not fair for the little guy, but that's with everything in the world, right?
Yes.
If you are willing to have a higher risk because you put more money up front, you should get a higher bonus, I guess. So to me, it's fair. And everyone that sacrificed for Pulse, they were able to sell it at 2.5x. It wasn't just Brackham or whatever, or any whale. Everyone could have sold there. If they didn't, it was because they didn't want to. The same for PulseX. PulseX was 70% above SAC. Why didn't it sell there? And why are they selling now? It's choices. People need to make their own choices and live by them.
Maybe it's people who are public telling people to hold and in quiet are selling.
Probably.
I mean, it happens for sure, but you have to make your own assessment and don't go by what other people tell you. I may tell you that I'm holding, but I may be selling, or vice versa.
You dumper.
Yeah, it's me. I'm the big whale. I
give you one better, Almaya. I transferred my PHEX into EHEX.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Shame on you.
Nice.
Shame on you.
Nice.
Shame on you.
I'm taking that bet because I think it's gonna both hit parity, and I'm taking the counter trade. I didn't get out of the system. I didn't convert anything into stables because I don't want to take that risk to be so close to the bottom. Like, it might dump another 50, another 80% from here, all on this like SEC stuff going on, and the other cryptos being sued and whatnot. And now there is news that there's been like collusion in the SEC and whatnot. On all this is like the worst it has been. We just mentioned there is the suicide notes, there is bickering, there is infighting. Everybody, I have so many messages of people reacting to just the slightest positive or negative thing, like in both directions. It just feels like 2017, 2018, and also just like the first 2-3 months of AA lobby. It just feels like it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to risk selling anything in that time.
Even Ethereum
dumped for 2 more years to go.
months.
And I was one of the guys that sacrificed on entered into the AA lobby for X on the first day, and on the second day, and on the third day. And they were the worst days you could possibly go in. But then I went in day 19 and 20. So because either you believe in it or you don't. And if you don't, why did you enter it in and are now complaining, right? You either are in the long term, like we told everyone, this is a 2-year, 5-year play. It's not like 1 week, 2-week play, right? So everyone was expecting 10x at day one. I told everyone that won't happen. Everyone was expecting the liquidity pools to start at 10x the price. I told you it won't happen. It will be very close to the sacrifice rate, and it was like I predicted. Even for PulseX and Pulse, it was the same because the ratio day one was 1 to 1.05. But everyone just dumped their Pulse X to buy more Pulse, and that's why Pulse X got wrecked on the first day compared to Pulse. Because everyone did what we all assumed that it would happen. They all dumped their Pulse X for Pulse. All of them. Like, I saw the graph, and like after 8 hours, which was when I was able to log in, it's almost like 1-4. So people did those choices. People wrecked themselves. If no one sold Pulse X for Pulse and they kept the ratio 1-1, they would have been both near sacrifice price by now.
Yes.
It's as simple as that. It's demand and offer.
I know you're 100% correct. This is all very, very true. But I'm always trying to look at the bigger picture, that we're trying to move people away from speculating on the next meme coin and get them to stake their hex. That's what we should be doing.
But
and
the problem is, if you now try to artificially keep that value up, the only thing it would happen is more people would be able to extract value out of the system, and it wouldn't benefit anyone. It would only benefit the ones that already have right now. So artificially keeping the prices high or level is worse.
Point, yes.
Is worse than actually letting the price go down and then going up in a more natural way.
Yeah.
If the BankX guys sold those 80 million,
they will not sell. This is not an endorsement.
They won't
but
sell.
They are not the worst people that are in the space.
But
like it's not an endorsement, but I've had a bit of contact. They are not like that.
No, but the thing is,
we have way worse projects out there.
Yeah, but even if they sold it, again, the price would go down, and the people that believe in the ecosystem would buy it up again. And we don't know what the future holds, but I myself have a limit order right now buying EX. The only thing I bought after the Pulse chain live came was EX, either on Ethereum, and with my Ink token, I'm always buying the bridge version on the Pulse chain. It's the only thing I'm buying right now. So
yes, what the future holds.
I was expecting this. Jesus Christ.
And
please spend your money carefully.
And right now, people have the entire EX-PX debate, which for me, I think it's the stupidest thing in the world. Like, if first you don't need to stake it, so you don't need to incur the fees to stake the token. You can simply keep it liquid. And if you don't have enough to stake it, then you can decide to swap it for the one on Pulse chain. And if you have enough to stake it with the profit, you may even be willing to pay $600 and stake like I did, and don't worry about it because you make it in like a week, right? It's not that problematic, especially now that the Ethereum fees today was like 15 Gwei, 10 Gwei. So people make it more than much it actually is. You just need to inform people of the rules on each side, of the pluses and minuses on each side, and then people decide. Again, like we predicted also, the APY on the Ethereum side is going up because everyone is, it's going to be worse.
At least the emergency and staking has stopped. That was big over the weekend, but not.
It's a shame because I was making good
now.
APY, but yeah.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
It's not
I need those penalties.
Yeah.
It's not going dramatically up. I was expecting.
Look at that. We still have both sides in the chat. One says eHex is dead, and the other one says eHex cheap, not dead. Long as this discrepancy of opinion is not dissolved, we're not going anywhere.
No, but it's
and here's Gary's take on it. Giving up a wing conserves fuel, has less wind resistance, and always achieves a faster speed.
Interesting.
Yeah, going down especially.
Yeah, especially
but those that believe EX are dead, they should all sell their PX or trade it for whatever they want, and that's it. you're out. You're good to go, and you can believe whatever
You're
you want.
good to go.
It's like I don't get the debate. If you don't like EX for some reason because somehow the code changed and it's a mysterious object that no one knows how it works.
Even the same contract address. It's the same.
The only thing against X on the Ethereum chain is when the fees are high, which makes it so it's a big fee to end the stake. And that big fee is relative. What do you mean by big fee? $5, $20, $200, $2,000? Well, if I have $1 million and I need to pay $2,000 to end my stake, it's not the best feeling in the world, but I made up for it in spades. So if you don't want to take it,
this is the
the
interesting
contract is
thing,
always going to be
Elmeyer.
there, and nobody's stopping that one.
What does it mean?
And if I have $1 million and I want to stake it on it, I will stake it on Ethereum because the APY is higher. So even if the price is, let's say, 25% lower than the price on Pulse chain, and I can bring an Excel spreadsheet for the next time. But even if the price is 25% lower, but the APY is 50% higher, I don't care. I'm able to get more T-shares, to get more APY per day. So I'm making more net value out of it, even though the single unit asset is lower. I'm making more APY than if I did the same thing on the Pulse chain. So it's a self-balancing system, and people will go back and forth, and it won't die. It doesn't make sense to die. Worst things haven't died yet. So
every time
why would
you think
EX
about
die?
it dying, there is this cool super chat that we got for $5 from JFK. Peter needs to yank on his balls until he capitulates all of his EHEX, and then we can go back up, and then it's not gonna die.
Like if you think that
go Peter.
If you think that scam coin
because
literally
sometimes I say things that people don't like.
Yeah, but if you think that literally scam coins, literally useless projects, have not completely died on Ethereum, why would for some reason X do that?
No, like EHEX won't die.
You can argue that it's better on Potion due to the lower fees. Okay, but if the APY then goes up on this side, maybe net balances
I have a question for everyone. What does it mean to have expensive hex on both chains? Like, is 1 cent expensive for EHEX? Is half a cent expensive for EHEX? Is $1 expensive for EHEX? That's like Richard's ambiguity, like the riddles.
Yeah, but Richard didn't say it now. Richard stated a fact that if you went to PulseX and you saw the ratios at that point in time, it was 1x on Pulse for 1.22 something x on Ethereum. Yeah. It's a fact statement that at least a significant percentage of the community decided that the X on Pulse would be more valuable.
Yes,
that is not equal. That is not equal to it's all over. X on Ethereum will die, because that's a stupid idea. Because Ethereum is still the premium chain. It's not Pulse chain, even though we want it to be. It's still not yet. People still talk about Ethereum as with the future and as the future, not Pulse chain. So Ethereum will still be for a long time to come, and hopefully for decades, still a very good onboarding tool, and where the majority of big investors will come first. And a part of it will also come. Yes, and a portion of it. Yeah, and a portion of it will also come to Pulse chain over time, and it should be a natural process. So jumping ship and letting go of something that you cared so much for the last 3 years is simply not nonsensical to me.
Yeah.
Quick side note here: Papa is not in timeout. He has issues with his connection. That's why he wasn't on cam earlier as well, just with sound.
Wrecked on his 4G.
Well, I got a new modem at home, so my other one broke on Friday, so I spent the entire day without internet. But now I have upgraded version. So
I don't think he ever said that. He said all chains.
Both chains, I think.
Well, if you want to compare Ether to Ethereum Pulse, I guess.
No, I think he tweeted once about those and said that he doesn't know much about the systems and who's behind it and who's backing it and stuff. So that's why he's not spending or wasting time looking into it. So yeah, you could argue as doesn't care.
I think sometimes people do comparisons that are not very realistic. Like, it's not a fair comparison comparing X on Ethereum, where it was natively launched, with some rushed fork done like 2 days previous warning that was not backed by anyone that's actually public or known or whatever. So
in other news,
I still have my X there.
No, it was after.
In other news, people that are not reading Hex Twitter and are not in the Telegram chats, just living their life, they have the best time of their life and just painting pictures. Look at that. Cute. And others also still enjoying their life, taking for what it is, and I don't know, I wouldn't
jumping off the cliff.
Yeah, I have. Wow, your mind is very dark, GJ. Very, very dark right now.
You should use the X.com.
Save these people.
No.
Look at the logo. X.com.
I want to save the over-leveraged people.
Yeah, but you really cannot save them. The only way for them to be saved is if they don't have their money, and if they funnel their money into something that is good and is teaching them life lessons over time. Like, you need to be able to see the future and not just, the next 5-minute charts. Oh no, the 1 minute candle is red. I have to sell now. Like, that's not a way to live.
We
need to learn that at some point in your life.
We literally had people on Telegram chat, either on the voice chat or on the text chat, just wanting to know, where can I buy? How can I buy? They sent money to the sacrifice address and then went to the chat trying to understand how it works. It's like, how can you help people like that? It's like, you throw in your $1,000
later.
You
when the
throw
sacrifice
in,
is over.
Yeah, you throw in your $1,000 and then you go to the guy at the bank. Oh, what can I do with my $1,000 that I just threw in the cash?
I see kind of our job, as in we have all these new people into the Pulse Chain ecosystem who haven't been here before, and show them Hex and how that's worked and how magic that is. I see that as our mission.
But that's why you have multiple, I would say hundreds of streamers for X. You have a Telegram chat with admins always answering questions. You have a voice chat 24/7. You have Twitter Spaces 24/7 running. What else can we do? And it's all for free because we give up our time to help out people. It's like,
we need
what else can we do?
Sentiment, because otherwise we are right away losing those people.
I myself,
that's a shame.
I myself, with funds that were donated, I helped like more than 200 people get some 10,000 PLS to do their first transactions. Single and like one by one, single sends and sending message. Okay, please send it back so I can help more people. Like, for days. And it's like, it's not to brag, but it's just, what else can we do to help out people? It's like,
no, but that's great. Yeah,
like, we cannot do anything else. It's like,
Mr. Death,
sure,
you're down 95%. Have you ever considered selling?
No, I can't. It's no.
You should add there, like, I'm staked. No.
I'm staked.
well, I
can always emergency at stake.
I can tell you that with my measly monthly wages, I was able to get a million more X, so I'm very happy. So keep selling, guys. I don't mind.
Oh wait, what was it? To be truthful, 1 minute and 5 minute charts are the most eligible reads of any. For scalpers, of course. Swing traders charts you're banking on psychology changed my mind.
Good luck.
Stop flattering yourself, speculating on human psyche.
Flattering.
If somebody wants to live that life, like have fun, enjoy scalping the 5-minute chart.
Yeah.
I'm not
If it
here
works
to stop
for
anyone, but I am okay with sitting here and saying, look, I see this way, and it seems that this way is better to me.
Yeah, and
try
I
it,
even saw in the chat the guy say, "Oh, I was able to get $15,000 from a copy of a mem coin and just take that value out of full chain." And hey, that's fair. And when people ask where did the money go, it's because people speculated on meme coins. They sold their value of their PLS, PLSX, and X tokens into other random projects, other random tokens, other scam honeypot tokens that were created day one, and those rinsed like millions of dollars, and that value was extracted from the chain. So when people just want to play around and try to make a killing in like the first week of a launch of a system, they are bound to get wrecked. We warned everyone.
I've seen so many people in the chats that expected like a 10,000x or a 20x, a 100x, a 1,000x out of the gate, and we're wondering, why am I not a millionaire? What happened? What happened here? Like, it's not how that works. Not at all. I don't understand where this is even coming from. All the crazy things when especially, we said this a few times as well, I believe, that what do you expect? We expect a 10,000x. Why? Because Ethereum did a 10,000 or 14,000x within its lifetime, within a 5-7 years. Like, once the network has grown far enough, then you can expect those returns, because that's Metcalfe's law. The network effect, the amount of people, the economic value that comes in over time, this is going to give you the access. It's not going to be, oh, I sacrificed and then, oh, now I got the coins, now I can sell them immediately for 1,000x. That's not how that works at all. We are still here. We are still building all the websites that have been created in the past 3 weeks, or the PLS burn, the on-ramps. There has been like at least 10 or 15 on-ramps with fiat on-ramps to PLS. We didn't have that in the Hex beginning at all. Like, everybody who's coming into the crypto system right now, you are so happy. You don't have to deal with any cryptic decentralized exchanges. You have complete full customer support with everything technological, anything MetaMask related, anything hardware wallet related, anything bridge related. Like, everything is there. Everything can be taught to you and can be shown to you. You didn't have that at all with Hex, and people are still complaining that, oh no, this is shit. Like, it's weird. They're expecting these wild returns, but that's not how that works. You need to stay for 2 years and build and help the community grow and onboard more people, and then you can expect those 1,000x returns.
And I wanted to say that everyone was able to sell at least at their sack price. So if they wanted to jump ship, they could have done so at the same value they sacrificed.
Yeah,
so if they didn't, it's because they wanted to speculate more. So, I mean, what else can you do? Can you ask?
We have irresponsible whales. That's my beef.
But again, it's not about being irresponsible. It's their value. They can do whatever they want with it.
But they shouldn't.
Why though? Why are they different?
Who are you
Why
to tell me what to do?
So,
because when you're a whale in this Richard Hart ecosystem, which is supposed to be
you are assuming
new crypto ecospace, we're getting rid of all the old crypto stuff, and this is where it's at. And if you are a whale position in this, I think you have a certain responsibility to support the ecosystem and not trash it. And that is my only
the thing is
beef. I know it's unrealistic to say that and to even think that, but that's how I feel.
It's not about being realistic. It's simply not true, because a whale does not have the responsibility. He has the self-interest to make it so until he decides not to. It's free markets. They can decide to do whatever they want with their value.
Yeah, but
and of course,
we then see. So I'm right.
Yeah, but it's in their self-interest to keep the money coming and keep the people happy, of course, but it's not mandatory. And
should be
expecting that in a system that's fully decentralized is not realistic. You're asking.
I'm like that.
Yeah, but you're asking this to
Am
be
I
the
an
same as Binance.
unreasonable person?
No, but what you want is basically we want BNB with Binance having controlling 99.9% of the supply and artificially keeping the price high. That's what you want, basically, right? It would be the same.
Could not
it would be the
keep
same.
The prices up. I mean, nah.
Yeah, but
no,
that's
I don't want anyone.
That's the same idea. People are asking, okay, why Richard doesn't use this or DOA doesn't use the SAC values and whatever to.
I also don't want that. I also don't want Richard doing anything. What I don't want is whales dumping into a downtrend to accelerate it even further. That's what I don't want.
What did we say here in this stream a few moons ago? The whales, when they get the 2 to 5x, will sell the price down to push it down to make people despair, to make people leave, and then buy it at a lower price. We told
take their coins.
We told it here. It's
yes. Welcome to crypto.
We knew it would happen, so it shouldn't be.
And it needs to be it needs to happen. The weekends need to not be in the system. I'm telling you, that's the only way to go up.
It shouldn't be news.
Listen, if everybody is in profit, and there is all the people are in the system, you will not have the high price pumps later. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like
I just want this to be different than BNB or Bitcoin.
It sounds
or
to me
Ethereum.
like you want the security. You want
no, I want mass adoption. That's what I want.
No, but mass adoption.
If you have everybody putting into a pool, and you expect everybody to be working with that pool, that's literally what the security is. Everybody gets their money in, and then this money is organized, and it's not even a pool. It's what is it like? It is literally a bank, but without the bullshit.
It's like if you have a vesting period. Yeah. It's like having a vesting period for the guys that have sacrifice plus than $1 million, for instance. Like that's not the goal. The goal is to be a free market, and people do whatever they want to do.
DJ,
I also saw this take a few times that people expected, even without expectations, they were expecting that all the money from the sacrifice is gonna go into the liquidity pool, and then everybody can just munch off it. Like, where is this idea coming from? I don't get that. Yeah, that's total bullshit as well.
So,
DJ, I even was confused and surprised that Richard Hart was posting the AWS, what is it called? The payments, how much it costs to run the servers.
Oh yeah, the 600,000 something. Right?
I'm not against free market, and if anyone needs to sell. That's not what it is. We're still trying to build something here, and I feel certain forces are holding us back. Like we are putting in the work. We're out here with my face, my reputation. We are talking about this. We're keeping it alive all the time. For the last 2 years, we've been doing this, and other people who we don't even know, like, put the work that we're putting in.
But price going down,
and I'm annoyed by that.
But price going down doesn't mean our work or everyone in the community's work is not being done or is not helping.
You're right.
I onboarded a few guys and I explained the risk, and I told him, hey guys, I'm buying now, but it can go lower, and it went lower, right? So people should know the risk, they should know the information, and they should choose with conscience, right? And our work here is to inform people, let them know what we know, even learn from them.
Yeah. So what did we learn from Hex in the past 3 years? That staking doesn't avoid price volatility, that pegging something massively to just stablecoin value doesn't doesn't avoid the whole crypto market trend.
Why do you say peg something to stablecoin? Because for many moons, the liquidity with X and USDC is very low. It's not. I would barely say it's pegged right now. Because actually, Ethereum is about.
At least he's saying angry, not crying. That's a step forward. Because I'm not crying. I'm mad. But Peter, the argument against that, actually staking could help with that, but only 10% of liquid user-based hex is staked. Like if 80% was staked, different story.
It was no. It was more.
No, it's like 92% of user hex is staked.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
10
or 7.
No.
I think last time we checked was close to 75 or 80. I think.
No.
Come on, what the hell?
Okay, my data is a little bit
supply.
older. Mine is like a year old, but a year ago it was 90%, and the
10% of all hacks?
Yeah, 10% of all hacks is in user hands.
Okay, I take that back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to slam you
for
right
all
Speaking of percentages,
being counting.
here the AWS costs.
Yes.
580,000 per month is down from 71% over last month.
Yes.
So
That's a
it
scam.
was even more, and it's scary. It's and it's a monthly cost in the millions just to run the fucking servers that hold the whole ecosystem up. And the more we get decentralized, the more people get their own validators up, the more people run their own front ends, the less this cost will be and the better. This is what is all behind this work.
So that's why Richard
I was actually surprised this was even shown.
Run a validator.
Yeah, and about what you were saying, Peter, I think you are alluding to a video that Richard said that being pegged to the dollar instead of other cryptos makes it be less volatile. And that is true. The problem is that pegging, just the liquidity pool pegged it to USDC, just went a lot lower relative to everything else. And that's the thing. And people don't see this nuance. Because right now, if you see the liquidity pools, USDC is not the majority anymore. Far from it. So,
yo, big boy Gams, no expectations is illegal, Tom. Get real. We live in a world full of expectations. That's your problem.
yep, that's.
I have no expectations whatsoever.
Or even if I have expectations,
this whole thing
they are
could
mine.
go away tomorrow, and I will be fine. I set up my life this way. I will be fine for many, many years, and it's gonna be okay. It would suck a lot, by the way. It would suck.
Yes,
but
sure.
I would be okay. And this is how everybody should set up their life.
Me too.
Yeah, and if I have expectations, they are my expectations, right? DJ has his own expectations. Peter has his own expectations. Lasmam has its own expectations. They were not forced on us. They were decided by us, and we had to be rational to see if in time they come true or not. But it's like everything in life. You cannot expect when nothing was promised, nothing is owed, right?
130 people watching. Smash the likes. Yes.
What's with the chocolate chip cookies and oatmeal raisin cookie discussion?
I don't know. It's just
where did Papa B go?
People are pivoting. We are too boring.
Yeah.
My only expectation was that Paul Shane will come live, and it happened.
That's one expectation. That you didn't even have to expect that one.
Wow.
But I expected that one.
Why did that even happen? Why did they?
You were hoping
that one.
You were hoping.
I was hoping very expectantly. But yeah, and it is what it is. We predicted this would happen. Big whales would dump. People would run for the hills with their hands up. And it's happening basically as we predicted. So you either are on the side that
I don't know
takes
why
advantage of it.
Surprised. Like everything is coming into fruition. Like okay, we had a fund and done.
Yeah, Richard tweeted yesterday.
Ethereum,
it's going great.
Ethereum died for it's going to to plan. Like
So
I think
and about
Hex
Peter's,
died after launch. Ethereum died after launch. All the motherfucking coins died after launch.
yeah, and people comparing also the 10x on Ethereum that we saw on the first day and never going below the ICO price. You cannot compare the two systems, right? There are two different mechanics. It was the first EVM. A lot less people were in it. A lot less people know how it happened.
5,000.
It's like
There was like 5,000 or 10,000 of people or something. It's no
Yeah.
comparison to 150,000 fully built out ecosystem, streams out the ass. The
Yeah.
crypto ecosystem as a whole, much bigger, and people know so much more about it now. Like
Yeah, you
nobody
had
knew
one
about
exchange.
freaking Ethereum launching or what even an ICO was.
And you have
It's a
had
ridiculous
one
in
exchange that
comparison.
listed it at the time. One exchange. Right? So like there were no dexes, there were anything, there were no shit coins to disperse your value towards and for you to play at. So you cannot compare the two. Everyone that was expecting a 10x and again going back to the SAC amount or the SU price is just not realistic.
There also was no volume bonus, so you have to take that one
Yeah,
into account
also.
as well.
That's also.
Like the 30 cent was
Well,
the
that
price
we know of.
everybody
That we
paid.
know of.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if some private investors may have gotten some, or maybe I don't know.
That I think we would already know after how many years.
It doesn't really matter anyway. So
That's the best comment so far. Hash cookies will ensure you get all-time highs.
Yeah, and about Peter's point, I know he's mad about PulseX. So
that's horrible. Why are we supporting buggy
let me tell you how I see it.
Fuck?
So people have a choice. People that don't have farms up, they go to V2. It's only natural, right? They go where they're paid. But there will be volume when there's the routing through all the pools, because the way V2 and V1 and V2 will be linked is when routing is running flawlessly between the two.
You know,
like it's on
I know
Uniswap
a better,
now.
like easier solution.
No, because game mechanic is better to have both, not only because you increase the volume on both due to arbitrage bots. You also you can argue that extract some value of the users, because arbitrage bots make money because users leave some on the table. I agree with it, but it's game mechanic, because not only is more volume for the exchange overall, it's more PLSX being burned for people that are on the farms on V1.
You know
And
how? How can we achieve more PLS to be burned?
And
to onboard more people to achieve higher volume.
But that doesn't matter if they come. If you onboard people in the use V1 and V2, is the same thing. From your point of view,
I don't agree with those two versions. It's
and
fucked up. It's
also
retarded, and it should go away. The bug was reported.
He does that just to mess with you.
Richard,
it's outrage marketing.
Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Nobody reported.
Beetroot set up everything on V2, by the way.
It was reported. Some people cared. Somehow nobody gave a fuck from the other side. So what the hell?
To me, it's very simply people right now need to make a choice. Either they go to the pools or the V2 for the fees. I'm actually in both, so I don't know. That's my. I want to play with both.
You should not be in both. You should be in just one.
No, I'm in both with different pairs. So.
Okay.
What the hell? Can you enhance that one?
Enhance. It's cookies.
New York. Okay.
It's the different recipes.
King Arthur. Nice.
Livain copycat.
I literally read altcoin brownie But yeah. Yeah. Did everybody share everything that they wanted to, or do you want to continue on? Because we passed the 1 hour mark already.
Oh god damn it!
We didn't even start, but we can continue on Thursday.
Run some more, Cryptomatic.
No,
Run
I'm
some
like,
more.
no, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm always saying. I'm not scared what somebody said here. I'm cool. I'm laid back. I'm not worried. Like, I'm OG Hexican. Like, my bags are packed. I just think that we have a good shot here as a community to, like RG always says it, to challenge the rest of crypto. And with actions like this that we're seeing sometimes in the community, we look like absolute fools. We're not being taken serious. People on the outside who we should be onboarding, laughing at us. How do you sell something that has a 2-year continuous downtrend to somebody new, trying to get them to invest in that? That's all difficult. So I think if the whales would be more responsible
like that right
in supporting it, not pumping it to a 10x, but just keep it at a certain level, so that nobody goes crazy, that would help so much with the marketing, with the onboarding, with the promotion. That's all I'm always saying, right? It's not about me personally. It's an observation on the community. I still have Bitcoin. Like, if all goes to shit, I have Bitcoin.
But
heresy. Heresy. Burn him.
What?
The thing,
yes.
The thing is,
you're like Grisology.
Exactly. That's my brother.
The only thing we can do, in my opinion, is to educate and show people where to get informed and to see the risks and see the possible rewards, and let them know how the system works without any biases, and not be like some people in the community that I see talking not factually but speculating too much without even acknowledging that they are speculating to people on the other side. So people are misinformed, they have the wrong idea, and they don't even have their mind open to actually see further ahead in the future, because you cannot argue with something that is not fixed in time. You cannot say that what is right now will be in 2 years. You cannot say it will be in 1 month, let alone in 2 months or 2 years, right? So we should be responsible for telling people the information and teaching them correctly, and teaching them how to check what we are saying, because we ourselves might be giving wrong information without knowing. So you cannot go by what I say, or Dasbomb says, or Cryptomatic says, or Peter says. You should,
especially what I said.
You should grab information from multiple places, like I do. Even people that I don't like, I try to get some information from them, even if it's just how the market is feeling, right? And then reach my own conclusion based on the information I can see, right? And that's what we should strive for.
Yes, we blame his
correct information. By the way, anybody who had I see that misconception a lot of times. People are like crying in the sense of crying out loud, not crying as in tears, but they're shouting. That's the word. They're shouting that, oh, you see, hex is down to 1 cent. Like, no, it's not, because if you combine the hexes, the lowest that has dipped that I have seen on the chart was still 1.8 cents combined.
Yep.
So when you look at this on the chart and adapt the chart for it, it's a double bottom right now. Like, you can cry about that and shout that, oh, it's went down to 1 cent or it's under 1 cent. The moment, if it goes down, I think another 50% from, no, wait, it has to half. It has to half 50% down. Then the 1 cent that everybody was shouting and praying for, and then when they become believers and, oh, I'm gonna buy in at the 1 cent, this is another 50% down. And when I'm looking at the channels, they're not shouting for 1 cent anymore. They're shouting for 0.1 cents now. There is no end to that. It's just meh.
It's like
yeah.
It works both ways, because when the bull market kicks in, people people will shout for, I don't know, $20.
This cycle.
I don't know.
It's the same with all
of
the
course.
tokens. It's the same with all the tokens. And the problem is people that want to hate, they want to accommodate. Oh, it's a stock split event. They want to hate and they'll point to where they can. And it's simple as that. So they didn't accommodate now before, and so they won't accommodate now.
Do you remember? Also, what people are not realizing is when we had big payday, we had 30% extra printed supply
on one day.
On one day.
Actually, more than 30%.
Yanked the price down like crazy. It was one giant red week.
Actually, more.
One day, and it was the worst week, and it was the worst month, pushing the price down like crazy. And this event now, like 3 weeks ago, it was not 30%, it was 100% more coins, if you think about it.
Yes.
That's what actually happened with the supply.
And the other problem is not only you duplicated the supply, but you also added more coins that people decided to to swap their value for. Like I predicted it would happen, and that it would drag the price of EX down. I told that here, and again it happened, because if the liquidity is the same, the value is the same, and the net flow in is not more than the net flow out, overall we stay the same or go down, right? And only naturally and gradually will come back up again.
Yep. And the funniest thing is, all the people that were crying at 24 cents, it's too late. Can you do something about the price? I want to buy at 2 cents. I want to buy at 10 cents. Everything is better than 20 cents.
Where is everybody?
No. We're at 40 cents. Please let me buy at 10 cents. Can somebody sell me the hex at 10 cents? Like, come on, come.
They will always put it lower and lower and lower and lower.
Black Friday sales.
And if we ever go to 0.1 cent, they will want it to 0.001.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
Exactly.
So
the best strategy is always to DC in and DC out. Yeah.
Yep.
I bought at the lows, by the way.
I have my limit order there. I'm waiting for 0.7. A little bit more, guys. A little bit more.
0.7 cents, right?
Cents, exactly.
Wait, just EHEX or both combined? Because 0.7 was already hit like 3 days ago, so?
Yeah, but...
Oh, you didn't have your order set up then?
Yeah, it wasn't up at the time, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There was a lag with my good coin base.
Yes. So the locking of the funds in Coinbase.
It wasn't locked, but it always takes a day, and if it's a weekend, you just, 3 days more I need to wait. So yeah.
What is this? Bottom of the bear. People divested from alt to BTC. Yeah, that happens every cycle because they're like, it's the blue chip. It's the only thing that lives and everything else dies. Now the only positive crypto narrative is BTC. Narrative will flip as BTC goes up and people roll their profits back into alts. HODL.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens, but not always.
Yeah, but we have seen...
Get you. Yeah.
But
quick.
Gensler said
go now.
BTC is the only one
I need to check
on Coinbase.
Ooh.
I'm gonna check as well. Yeah.
Get Gensler
7077.
Gensler is fudding my bags. Get him out of office.
Oh, it is. Almost there.
Gensler. I got the memes for Gensler here. I'm prepared.
Wow.
Oh my.
So it's dumping now. The whales have heard my rant. Okay, thank you. Salute.
Security. Yeah, this is a good one.
Outro.
Gary has to go.
Exactly.
And you know who else has to go? Us. Thanks for joining, everybody. See you next week.
See you guys.